This is Terminator 2 on Super 8. I've got it on two big reels now, each running just over an hour, I suppose, about an hour and 10 minutes. Originally it was supplied on 5 600-foot reels. These are 1200 foots, but in fact they take about 1400 feet because this is polyester stock, and polyester stock is thinner than acetate stock, so you get more on a reel. This is actually the second reel. I've run the first 1200-foot reel and I've been playing around with the setup a bit during that because I wanted to get the image as big as possible using a 35mm professional scope lens rather than the usual Kowa 8Z I use with Super 8, hence why this arrangement is a bit of a lash up. I'm also projecting from the little lobby area, so at an angle as I do with a 35mm, but this is just for testing purposes and it is the height of summer. I'm doing this during the day. There's a lot of light around in the rooms outside this home cinema. It's not proving possible from this distance to fill the screen, so I've been getting some vignetting. So with Reel 2 I'm going to play around some more with a slightly smaller screen so I can hopefully get some better shots or glimpses of the film for you to see of the quality on Super 8. So to thread this up, I haven't got the machine on at the moment because it has the fan on maximum right from the start, because this is the HTI converted machine. This was done by Bill Parsons. The HTI lamp was developed for endoscopy, so surgeons, doctors could see inside the human body, and the way that HTI lamp works, it's got a very narrow beam of light, and with the frame of Super 8 being just 6mm across, that narrow beam of light works to punch the maximum light through that tiny gauge, through that tiny frame. So when I turn this on, it will make a lot of noise because the fan does come on full blast, so it keeps the lamp as cool as possible, but that's how all GS1200s work when they're actually running. This one, it has it on permanently, so when the film is complete, the reel is complete, the HTI lamp gets cooled down to the maximum effect afterwards to prolong the lifespan of that lamp. So I'll power this up and I'll have a go at threading this second reel, and we'll have some glimpses of this once I've got it fully aligned, so we've got the masking completely enveloping the frame, I hope, to maximise the Super 8 image quality. I can't remember exactly which year it was that Terminator 2 got its Super 8 release. It might have been 1992, but I think it's more likely it was sometime in 1993. What I do remember was how special it was to actually receive the print. The sound on this print was re-recorded from the PAL LaserDisc. That was why I got the PAL LaserDisc, which I showed in the LaserDisc Terminator 2 video. And Keith Wilton actually re-recorded this one for me. Reel 5 didn't have quite such a good balance track on it. There's two stripes on a Super 8 print, one down either edge of the film, just on one side but either edge, and that's to ensure that the film lies completely flat in the gate and is in focus all the way over. Even more important with scope films where you're projecting twice the width. But Reel 5 did not have such a good balanced track and it was a bit wishy-washy, a bit up and down, so I actually re-recorded that on my own projector and got equally successful results. So it looks very special for Super 8 on this special projector. And when this conversion was done by Bill Parsons, and Bill was warning me how bright the light was and saying be careful when you first put it on because you're going to be astounded, I was thinking, yeah right, I've heard all this before. Well, I put it on in our home cinema in London then, the lamp came on and I was astounded by it. So this became the prime projector in terms of Super 8 for the British Film Collectors Conventions, and when we unveiled this, I think it was actually the 50th BFCC, and we revealed this. Keith was down the front doing a little talk, Keith Wilton, about what we were about to show, and because the HTI takes a few seconds to get up to full brightness, I was ready to go with a point in his talk, so I pressed the play button and I had my hand over the lens so nothing would appear on screen, and Keith diverted and he spoke about more than he was supposed to, so I was going backwards and forwards until he said, right, let's watch the film. I took my hand away and we watched Terminator 2 on the BFCC 24-foot wide screen, and you could almost hear a gasp from the audience. None of us had ever seen anything like it. That was an extract of Terminator 2. I've still got that extract on a separate reel, and it's a bit knackered now. I've shown it so many times to so many people, but it's still very special to look at. So maybe one day we'll do another Terminator 2 screening, an extract on Super 8 at the BFCC with this very machine. Right, now all I've got to do is rewind the film, and this will finish showing you just how easy a film gauge Super 8 is to use, and that was why it was the prime gauge for home movie use for so many years, and as far as I'm concerned, still is. So there we are. That's Terminator 2 on Super 8. What a treat.